Alright, today though, we gonna get on Esau, because I ain't did that in a long time. So Esau, you can't get away.
That's right.
Alright, let's get Micah chapter 2, start at verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, because the white man has devised iniquity. They can't go to sleep without thinking about some evil that they about to do, man.
Go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
And when the morning comes, they practice whatever they thought about at night, right? That's usually how your boss is. He think about whoever he want to terrorize the night before, and then he go do it the next day, right?
Because it is in the power of their hand.
Just because they have the power to do so, right? That's what power is like in this world. You take advantage of people.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right. That's what the white man's gift was, right? Everything that they've gotten, every place that they have control of, they took by violence. That's how we know who Esau is, right? The Arabs don't have nowhere but the places that were given to them at the beginning. So we know it can't be them, right? Esau's the one that came from the caves and took over Europe. And then put an army base in every single country around the world. So they have to be the white men.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house.
Right. So they oppress a man and his house, right? His whole entire house, his whole nation, everything. Just because they went in there to take whatever they want. Go ahead.
Even a man and his heritage.
Even a man and his heritage, right? Because according to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 24 verse 23, this is our heritage, this Bible and this Apocrypha, right?
That's right.
This belongs to us. So they oppressed us, and the way to do it was to what? Take away our heritage. That's why they created Christianity and Catholicism and made it a universal thing. Because that's the way to make us accept everybody else into our heritage, which makes it not our heritage anymore. Now it's become a religion.
Precept.
Right?
Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
And that's exactly what happened. So the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the people that descend from us scattered abroad of Negroid and Indian descent, we have discontinued from our heritage.
That's right.
And that's the scriptures, right?
Go ahead. Say that on that.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemy in the land which thou knowest not.
Right.
So now we serve our enemy, right? The white man took us over here. The African man gave us to the white man. And now we're serving everybody because the Africans are here doing their thing too, right? We got Elamites over there making money. Right, the Chinaman, even though we seen one destroyed a minute ago, the rest of them got restaurants that we eat at. So, you know, that's just how it is, man. We in the land of our captivity, and we serving our enemies out here. All right.
Is that it on that? That was it on that. All right, come. Go ahead and finish what you got. Read verse 5.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil.
Right. So the Most High said against this family, He's gonna devise an evil, man. Right. A lot of our people don't think nothing bad's going to happen to the white man. They don't think nothing bad's going to happen to America. But the Bible says different. In God we trust, right? That's what they say here, right? In God we trust. Well, we trust that God is going to bring evil to the family of Esau.
That's right. That's right.
From which ye shall not remove your necks.
And ain't nobody going to not see it. Everybody's going to see it. Everybody going to get a glimpse of it. The whole world is going to watch the downfall of Esau, right?
Neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil.
Come on.
In that day shall one take up a parable against you.
Right. So somebody's going to take a parable against the white man, right? It's already written. We're going to read it.
And lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me?
That's what the white man's going to say. The Most High has utterly changed the portion of my people, man. How has He removed it from me? You know what I'm saying? How did everything that we had just slip from our fingers like that so fast? Right? How did our world come crashing down so quickly? That's what the white man's going to say, right? Exactly. In the blink of an eye. It's going to be amazing.
Go ahead.
Turning away, he hath divided our fields.
Yeah.
Because they have divided our fields, man. So we're going to take them back.
Right. Go ahead.
Therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord.
Yeah, because the saints shall take the kingdom, right? Daniel 7:18, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So give me Jeremiah 22:17.
You still got Ezekiel, right?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22 and verse 17. But thine eyes, even thine hearts, are not but for thy covetousness.
Yeah.
Because the white man doesn't think or see anything except to take it for himself, right? Their eyes are all about covetousness. That's why they are in control of America right now, right? That's why they have Russia. That's why they have places like Great Britain and England and stuff. Because we ran all those places, right? Ireland, Scotland, Wales. You understand? We had all those places. But they came and took over. So that's the situation that we're in now, right? Now we're in a captivity serving the white man and the white woman, right? Esau and Shesaw.
Go ahead.
And for to shed innocent blood, and for oppression.
Right.
Their eyes are only to take things for their own dirty gain, to shed innocent blood, and to oppress the people of the place that they're trying to take.
That's right.
And that's according to the Bible, right? The Holy Scriptures. That's what the white man's job is on earth. That's the gift he was given according to the Bible.
That's right.
You understand? The Most High makes it manifest every time.
Go ahead. That's Esau.
And violence to do it.
Yep.
And the way that they do it is through violence, because that was his gift in Genesis, right? That was the gift that Esau was given,
Precept.
right? That's why every place they take, they have to use their army to do it. They're known for having the greatest army on the planet. The reason why is because it's God's gift to the white man, Esau, right?
That's right.
But we're going to throw down, and the Most High is going to use us to do it. We're going to get to that soon. You said you had a precept?
Bring it out.
Go ahead, bring
Hey,
it.
somebody go with that sister. Where she go?
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
See, he was just a little displeased, right? But what they did was, after we were already being afflicted in Africa by the Africans, right? After the Tariq al-Fatash, they came and they made a crafty council with them dirty, stinking Hamites, right? To take us into captivity. And that's exactly what happened. It started in 1519, not 1619, right? And then 1619 came around, that's when they came and started taking you to the Americas. But before that, you were being taken to the Dutch Isles and stuff like that, right? So they started putting you guys in captivity around the same time that the Northern Kingdom went in captivity. It all happened around the same time. So, that was it. That was a good precept. Give me Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Because thou hast
smoking,
had
please. No
a
smoking.
perpetual hatred.
I know, but it's kids,
And
children,
has-
women.
So,
No.
all right, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. So that's what they did, man. They've had a perpetual hatred. And they always catch us at the right moment, right? They always catch us when we're down. And they like to beat a dead horse. So that's why they further the affliction every time. You had a precept?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall also he reap.
Right. So whatever they sow, they're going to reap. The white man's going to pay for every evil he's ever done to every nation on the planet.
That's right.
And you know what? All them other nations that ever did evil to us, unfortunately, they got to pay too.
Precept.
So the white man going to get it and they going to get it. Because
That's right.
everybody's basically guilty for putting the Israelites in captivity.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in the mouth and a two-edged sword in their hands.
Right.
Because that's what it is, man. It hurts the white man and the white woman. That's why she can't stop rocking back and forth through the word. You understand?
You see this?
Where?
They never set up there before. Now they're gonna.
Oh, you talking about the Jehovah's Witnesses over there, right? Yeah. I see.
And two each.
Yeah.
Worship.
Yeah.
Looking at her for God.
She got two Jake flights standing right in the middle of the campus, though.
Them sisters supposed to be over here.
Hey, but we got the microphone so they can hear everything we saying. I hope they pull out their Bible so they can look at these precepts. So,
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people.
right. So that's what he's gonna do, man. He's gonna inflict punishment upon these people. What's your precept?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
You gotta start doing it, man. You gotta start.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said,
He said, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. So remember what the white man did, right? Go ahead.
who said, raise it, even in the foundation thereof.
Right. They said, raise it, right?
Go ahead, he'll explain.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Right.
So raise the wall, right? We're gonna take them down. That's what they originally did in the during the siege of Israel, right? And after they took us down, they continued the captivity. So they basically, once again, another scripture proving that they furthered the captivity of our people, right? That's the reason why they're the nation that the Most High is gonna have indignation towards forever, as it says in the book of Malachi.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
We're gonna bring this on later.
Hold on.
Never leave me alone, sir. Shabbat shalom, sir. Shabbat
Shalom.
That's fine, but just let him
We got
Jake,
Israelites singing Shabbat Shalom.
Jake
and
is.
stuff. It's crazy. He needs some friendship.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones.
So we're gonna be happy when we take their kids and bash them against the stone.
That's right.
Right? Some of y'all might think it's cruel now, but eventually y'all gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an amazing thing, man. To just take a baby head, right? They got red hair, and you just that's it, man.
You're not mad enough right now.
That was too nice.
Ain't none of y'all mad enough.
Too nice.
That's why I say the Most High he gonna have to like.
He gonna have to put the spirit on you.
Yeah. You got that
Job
Job?
27.
Yeah, bring that up.
This is the book of Job, chapter 27, and verse 5.
Bring it out.
God forbid that I should justify you. Till I die, I will not remove mine integrity from me. Keep going.
Keep going.
Verse 6.
No. I said 12. Sorry, verse 12.
Oh, verse 12. Verse 12. Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain?
Right.
So he's talking about the white man.
Go ahead.
This is the portion of a wicked man with God.
Right.
They're a portion of the wicked man with God, right? The man that's done all the wickedness, or basically all the atrocities that have been done throughout the earth, whether it's to people or to the earth itself, because you know they destroyed the ozone layer, they've messed up the way that the water rises, they've messed up the glaciers and everything. It's all type of crazy stuff that's been happening. So this is stuff that we have to be mindful of, right?
Go ahead.
And the heritage of the oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Right.
So they have the heritage of oppressors, and they're going to receive such by the Almighty, right? Because they're going to become our what do you call it? They're going to become our property at some point in time, right? We're going to be oppressing them at some point. No, not yet. That's part of the lesson.
Go ahead.
If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
Right.
So it said if if Esau's children be multiplied, if the white man has more children on the earth, right? It's for the sword.
Because the white
man was made for the day of wickedness, right?
That's right.
And that's what they're here for.
Go ahead.
And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
Right. His offspring is not going to be satisfied with bread. Meaning any amount of money doesn't satisfy them.
Go ahead.
Those that remain of him shall be buried with death, and his widows shall not weep.
Right. Read that again.
Verse 15. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep.
Right. Go ahead.
Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
Right.
So though they have all these different riches throughout the earth,
Mike, you gotta read too.
though
Read that again. And Carl.
Verse 17. He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
Right. So, though he's going to have all these different riches throughout the earth, right? We're going to take their riches at some point, right? Once Yahweh comes back and puts us back on top of everybody and on top of the world, right? We're going to take their riches. All their riches are going to come to us, plus the riches that the other nations have. So we're going to be like double rich. You understand what I'm saying?
And the innocent shall divide the silver.
And the innocent are going to divide the silver. We're going to divide their spoils, their riches, because they took everything by violence, right? As the scripture said earlier. Everything they had, they took by force. Everything they have, they took by force. So we're going to take it back. The saints shall take the kingdom. And that's the whole kingdom, not just America.
That's right.
He buildeth his house as a moth,
Right. He built this house as a moth. Go ahead.
and as a booth that the keeper maketh.
Come on.
The rich man shall lie down, and he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not.
Right, so one day he's just going to lay down and go to sleep. He's going to be as rich as he was, right? But when he wake up, he's going to be in another world. It's going to be our time, right? The saints have taken the kingdom.
There you go.
He's in hell at this point, and now he has nothing. Now there's nothing left for the white man. He's in his captivity at this point, right? And we the ones that's ruling the earth. He just going to go to sleep and wake up like that, man. Because a lot of them ain't going to make it. That's what their death is going to be. They're going to go to sleep and wake back up, and then they're going to be slaves. It's going to be like, damn.
Verse 20. Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stilleth him away in the night.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to be, man. Like a tempest stole him away in the night. Like he just, like a bad dream, basically. You understand? But he's not going to be able to wake up from it.
Go ahead, get your preset.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 5.
Bring it out.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
And that's what's going to happen, man. The Most High's sword is going to come down upon Idumea, right? We know Idumea is what they called Jerusalem after they took it over in 70 AD. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Say that again.
And upon what?
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
So that's also our people, right? The Most High's sword isn't just going to fall on the white man and other nations that put us in captivity. It's also going to fall upon our people that don't come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
AKA the 2/3, right?
Go ahead.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with blood of lambs and goats.
Right.
Lambs and goats, as in, you know, lambs, our people, and goats, you know, Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Lambs got the woolly hair, goats got stringy hair. That's the symbolism here.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, man. So that's a great precept. Basra is obviously in Jerusalem, right? So that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a great slaughter here with the white man, in England with the white man, in Europe with the white man, in all the places that our people are at, right? All the places that the other heathen are at, and of course Jerusalem as well, because that's where our heathen are. And we also got Israelites over there being wicked too. Somebody.
Give me Job chapter 21, verse 7. You want brother go grab that?
Right now?
This is the book of Job, chapter 21, and verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power? Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes.
Start that over. Job 21, 7.
Verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power?
Right.
So the wicked live, right? And then they get to become old. They live their life mighty in power, right? They live their life in control of everybody, in control of the world. They get to live an easy life as a kid, and then they wake up and get to be your boss, right? Their parents teach them financial security and stuff like that. They get to learn certain financial things that we don't get.
Yeah, rich dad, poor dad.
Exactly, that rich dad, poor dad, Robert Kiyosaki boy, right? Because he's an Asian man and he learned from a white guy. His poor dad was his real dad, and his rich dad was his best friend's dad, right? So even the other nations help each other. I don't know if y'all was paying attention, but Edom almost gave the messed up Moabite some food. He just walked away too fast. She was looking at some hot Cheetos to give to him. But if it would have been a brother that asked her for some, I bet she would have said nah and made him keep moving, right? So that's something else that you have to realize. Spiritually, they're still under this crafty counsel. That's Psalm 83. They don't even know why, but that's what it is, though. You understand? That's how you know this spiritual book is what's real.
Go ahead.
Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear.
Right.
Their houses are safe from fear. They don't have nothing to worry about in their neighborhoods, right? But when you go to some of our neighborhoods, we got something to worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's not safe out there. When something happens, the cops don't come. Cops is posted up everywhere in their neighborhoods, though. They can't even, you can't even rob a store and get away with nothing. You can't rob a gas station for a piece of gum in a white neighborhood and not get away. You understand? So,
Neither is the rod of God upon them.
so the rod of God isn't on them, right? You see that they're not afflicted. Their people don't shoot anybody or kill anybody unless they feel like it, right? And even when they kill a whole school of innocent children, they're still painted as good people by the news. You understand? So that's something that we have to keep in mind. There's nothing that's going wrong for them because this is their kingdom. Okay?
Go ahead.
Their bull gendereth and faileth not.
Oh no, that's it. Jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave.
Right.
They spend their days in wealth and then they, die. Because they don't do anything with their wealth to prolong their life. They're not eating healthy or nothing like that, right? They're not serving the Most High or anything because they're heathen. So they're just doing whatever they do. They make their money, they live in wealth, they die, and they pass it on to the next one, right?
Go ahead.
Therefore, they say unto God, depart from us.
And then they say unto the Most High, depart from us, right? This whole atheism thing was started by who? The white man, right?
Go ahead.
For we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Yeah, they don't care about the knowledge of his ways. They just took the book and control us with it. They don't actually read it themselves. You understand? They don't know about none of the stuff in this book, even though they supposedly had control of it. All them stupid black people that tell you the white man gave us the Bible. Well, why the hell they don't know nothing about it then?